On May 9, 2022, during the people's struggle, Polonnaruwa district parliamentarian of the Sri Lanka Podujan Peramuna, Amarakeerthi Athukorala, and his security officer, Police Sergeant Jayantha Gunawardana, were assaulted in the Nittambo city centre. The duo later succumbed to injuries. They were returning home from a public gathering at Temple Trees. Following a CID investigation led by Senior Superintendent of Police Hemal Prashantha, then Director of the Organised and Homicide Investigations Division, 41 suspects were arrested in connection with the murders. The arrestees, including 2 university students, 3-wheeler drivers, local shop owners and other residents of Nittambuwa. Following preliminary hearing at the Athanagala Magistrates Court, the Attorney General filed indictments against the suspects before the Gampa High Court. A special 3-member trial at bar was appointed to adjudicate the proceedings, comprising High Court judges Rashmi Singapoli and Rashantha Godavella, and presided over by High Court Judge Sahan Mapa Bandara. The indictments were filed under 14 separate charges. Although 2 defendants passed away during the course of the trial, the High Court proceeded with the hearing. Delivering the ruling, High Court Judge Rashantha Godavella clarified the verdict was jointly composed by himself and Judge Rashmi Singapoli, following careful consideration of all documents, evidence and video recordings. The judges emphasized that the unlawful assembly, which formed the basis of the case, escalated after the MP's security officer fired shots, prompting the assailants to give chase to the MP and his security officer. The court acknowledged that one of the most challenging aspects of the trial had been the identification of the suspects, as there were no eyewitnesses. For the first time in Sri Lanka, suspects were identified using facial recognition technology, which was accepted as evidence under the Evidence Ordinance. The court also noted that not all individuals captured on video were connected to the incident and that only those who participated in the crime were held accountable. According to the majority decision, 23 suspects, including 2 university students, were acquitted of all charges due to insufficient evidence. 4 others were convicted of participating in the unlawful assembly and were sentenced to 6 months imprisonment, suspended for 5 years. Each was also fined 10,000 rupees and ordered to pay 50,000 rupees in compensation to the families of the victims. Later, High Court judges Rashmi Singapoli and Rashantha Godavella convicted 12 other suspects of murder under Section 296 of the Penal Code. Subsequently, Deputy Solicitor General Janaka Mandara, who managed the case on behalf of the prosecution, addressed the open court and stated that the prosecution had filed murder charges against 31 suspects and charged 36 suspects with causing harm to the MP's vehicle. He added that as only 12 were convicted of murder, the Attorney General may move to appeal after the complete verdict is delivered. Subsequently, the 12 defendants convicted of murder took the dock and requested lenient sentences, claiming they were not directly involved in the murder and highlighting that they had families dependent on them. Despite the final statements, the High Court bench sentenced all 12 defendants to death, ordering that the punishment be carried out at the discretion of the President. The convicts were transported to Velikada prison.